want to tell you about the beautiful interaction I had today with my friend Wyatt, who I told you about before. He's got a hell of a life. He's been through some shit. I had a very deep conversation with him today about life and the universe and war and people dying and how great, his dad was, and just explaining to him how awesome he is and how thankful I am to have him as a friend. And he said, thank you for being his only friend, which made me tear up. But I'm not his friend because I get to be his only friend. I'm his friend because I love the guy. And I tell him constantly how awesome he is. And we just had the deepest conversation we've ever had today. It was like we were meant for each other in many ways. Him and I are very different, but very similar in that both of our brothers have got some serious issues they're dealing with, similar issues, I'll say. And we talked about that. His dad was a raging alcoholic after the financial crisis of 2008, and told him don't judge him on that. That was a vice that he used to cope with, and I understand it because my father did the same thing when things went wrong. The most valuable life lessons that I've learned were from my father, despite his vices. And the same thing, I told that to Wyatt. I'm like, who taught you to be you? Who influenced you the most? Who made you such an awesome guy that's so funny, so caring, so selfless, so altruistic? Who made you like that? Oh, it was the guy who had a vice? So take the vice out of the equation and just see him for who he was. A great dad. A great person that has passed on amazing traits to you that I enjoy so much. And I tell everybody I know about Wyatt. And I care deeply about Wyatt. I would walk around with him. I wouldn't give a fuck what people think. I've been told one time when I was in college, why do you hang out with that guy? And I said, because he's the coolest fucking person at this college. I'll tell you that much, 100%. God or Creator put me in a position to meet him. And something inside me, or something around me, or the universe was telling me, you be friends with this guy and don't give a fuck about the bots all around you that are going to judge. And to this day, Wyatt is, how many friends have you really got? Can count them on one hand. You're on the hand, and Wyatt is also on the hand. So teared up during that call for sure, and him and I deeply connected today, and I appreciate him very much, and just for who he is, man. I don't need anything else. Him just being him is just so perfect and makes me so happy. And man, I just love it. He's such a gentle soul. He's so loyal. He's a loyal friend, man. When I visited him a couple years ago, I went down to visit him in his house. That ultimately got destroyed by a hurricane, but I visited a few weeks before. Man, he treated me with the most hospitality that he knew he could, He's been brought up in very poor way, ramen noodles and everything like that, but he went out of his way to make me instant noodles and get me soda and pour the drink with me, and he doesn't drink alcohol, he's very against it, and he would cheers with me, and he would show me things that he thought was funny, and he doesn't like basketball, but he was made sure, he knew I was a Celtics fan, and they were in the playoffs and the games were going on during the time I was staying on with him, and he fought like hell to find a streaming service to make sure that we could watch the game together. And yet he doesn't care about basketball at all. And that touched my heart deeply. Wow. That simple of a thing. I remember him bending over on the computer, like sweating, like really nervous, trying to get the game. And I was like, Wyatt, I can put it on my credit card and we can just get it. And he's like, no, we're gonna get it. And so he found some way to get it for free, and it worked for all the games. And just wanted to let you know that.